We're all trying to figure out what went wrong. What? No, girl, you started to be in secret competition with me. That's what happened.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of On Display with Melissa Gorga. I am so excited about my guest today. I am so psyched about this. She's a mom, she's a fashion designer, and an entrepreneur. And she's one of the coolest ladies on the cast of The Real Housewives of Dubai. I'm very excited to have the one and only Lesa Milan on the show today.
Oh, I'm on display. Hey.
Every day. I love it. What's up, girl? How are you?
So good. I'm so excited to talk to you. So excited.
Can I just say, you look gorgeous. You guys all always are so beautiful, but you're just a simply beautiful girl. You're beautiful.
Thank you so much. You too.
Thank you. I'm not so cute when I do the podcast, but
when you have it, it doesn't even matter. You can show up in your sweats, you can show up in whatever, and you're still going to be just that girl, right?
Well, thanks. Yes, pretty much. I mean, I love that you're having a cocktail because it's nighttime in Dubai.
I'm in Dubai. So I'll have this for you and I. My kids just went to bed. My husband's like, okay, should we go out for date night? You had your makeup done. I'm like, yeah, why not? I'll start early.
Oh, see? So whenever I do anything where I get my makeup done and I have to either film one of the interviews on Bravo or I have something to do, I always literally call Joe and I'm like, we're going to dinner tonight because I hate to waste the makeup.
We pay so much money for it. I'm like, I hate wasting it. So I'm like, yeah, sure. We'll go out for drinks.
Oh my God, I love that. So I'm going to be the start of your date night tonight.
Yeah,
this is good. I'm going to give all good juju for that. I love it. All right. Well, some listeners out there, I'm talking to some, you're in Dubai, so it's nighttime there. It's daytime here. I literally just went to the gym, worked out, and, I had my protein shake. And so it's so crazy how it's so opposite.
Sorry, I was going to say, I need you to you need to come out with a fitness book or something to get us moms, motivated. I see your post and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's working out today. I need to work out. I used to be really on it, but I find that with juggling motherhood and everything, it's so hard for me to stay in shape.
No, I know. You know what? It is difficult and depending on the age of your kids. But I always say with working out for me, I really enjoy it. It puts me in a mentally good place. It takes away I also say it helps with stomach pains. If you have I'm that girl. If I work out, I feel like my body feels good.
Okay. They say endorphins make you happy. So, I mean, it makes sense.
It's true. It's true. I just make it really part of my life. I've worked out since I was, I want to say, very young. In high school, I would go to the gym classes that they were.
I don't know what happened to me this year. I feel like I literally fell off. And the hardest thing for me is to get back on. Because once I'm in it, but once you fall off, the hardest thing for me is getting back on.
Right. No, and that is the hardest thing always. And sometimes Joe and I do the same thing. We fall into a little rut where we won't work out for a month or two. And then we're just oh my God, we need to get back into it. And you got to find the motivation to get back in there. It is rough, but that's life, ups and downs. And sometimes it works out. Sometimes you're too busy. It doesn't work out, So it's kind of just how it goes with everyone, I feel like. But yeah, whatever motivation I can give, I should come out with some type of workout something. I do have a line. I have a line of workout, things that you can work out at home with, the bands and the small weights and things like that. I do have
so good. So next you just need the book or something inspirational that can get
motivational.
Like a motivational book. Listen, get up because you want to do your squats. You don't want to lose your husband. Get up.
That's exactly what the cover would say of my book, by the way.
Whatever it is, because we'll tune in. We'll be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, great. Squat, let's do it.
I love it. See, this is why you're an entrepreneur. You're always thinking about the next step ahead. I love it. So wait, something funny. I was supposed to meet you. I was supposed to come out to LA and do this Bravo event that I think Jen Fessler, I wasn't able to make the date. So Jen Fessler
Yeah,
ended
I
up,
met Jen. I love her, by the way. How are you
she's
guys? You
so
guys good?
fun. We are
She's so
good.
fun. I really loved her. She was kind of like, I don't want to give her auntie title because she's not like an auntie, and everybody hates that, but she was kind of like a good mother goose. I loved her. I love Jen.
Yeah, she's a sweet. She's funny. You know what? She's funny and she doesn't give a shit. She just like says it. She's not embarrassed to be herself, which makes
At
her,
all.
special, which
Yeah, yeah,
makes
yeah.
her
No, I was like,
special.
she was like my therapist. I was like venting to her about like the girls on my cast. I'm like, how was it for you? And she told me, and then I'm like, oh my God, my best friend. Oh, by the way, we have a mutual obsessor.
Oh, we do.
We
Okay, one of your cast
do.
members.
Yes,
Uh,
yes,
uh,
Chanel Leon. We have
yeah,
that.
I don't get that.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but listen, I'm Aries, and for me, I feel like I'm naturally a born leader, so I don't do all that, you know, following and all of that. I feel like they're like literally a bunch of sheep,
Yeah,
and I'm
well,
the shepherd.
I'm an Aries too, so maybe
Are
that's the problem.
you?
I am an
No
Aries.
way.
Yeah, and I just the whole thing with Chanel, to be honest, I don't know her,
Yeah.
right? So for me it was always just so weird because I'm like, what's her problem? Like I don't know the girl. And I could never figure out like I know like even in the opener this year, she said something about like the new girl Taylene and she was like, I don't know if I'm gonna trust her. She reminds me of a Melissa Gorga or so. I'm like, what? I don't even know you. Like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah, yeah. I
I
know.
always thought it was so strange and I can't really figure it out. But I will say this, she recently ran into at the baseball game, she ran into Jen Fessler and some of my cast members, I think Danielle, Rachel, Margaret, and she's like, I'm gonna apologize publicly to Melissa, but I haven't got my
We're all
apology yet. I'm
waiting
still
on apologies.
waiting.
Let's see. We're all waiting on public apologies from her. We're all waiting on public apologies.
All right. Well, we're going to get into the juice of Dubai. But before we do,
Yes.
I know my listeners and even me, I have to be honest, I'm very curious
Yeah.
about what it's like just living in Dubai. I have never been, which it's
Oh,
on
you
my list.
have to come.
Mm,
You have to come. I'll host you.
please. Oh my God. I would love that. Or just show me the best restaurants. Let's go out to eat. I'm really putting it like on my list for this
I'm
year.
gonna do that. I think I'm gonna get a guide because I get so many DMs and messages all the time, not just from housewives, but just like literally from everyone. They want to know like where are the best places to go. I feel like the entrepreneur in me is like, okay, I'm gonna reach out to like my favorite places and say, listen, if I list you, you need to pay me. But no, there's so many amazing places. So I was born in Jamaica. I grew up in Miami, and then I moved to Dubai. So I always say made in Kingston, packaged in Miami, exported to Dubai. But
Love it.
Miami girl through and through. So for me, when I moved to Dubai, it was like a culture shock. So I met my husband at Live. If you've ever been to Live on a
Of
Sunday,
course, we all have been to live. Who hasn't
always.
been to live?
So yeah, so I met my husband at Live, and we did like the long distance thing for like a year and a half, and then we got married. We had our kids. We have three boys, and the rest is history. So for me, when I moved here, it was a little bit of a culture shock. Even though I used to go back and forth, it's totally different when you live here. So for me, it was an Islamic culture. I'm Christian, so that was a little bit of a transition for me. I wasn't used to seeing women covered up, but as you live here, you get accustomed. And then for me, I like learning about new cultures. So I was like intrigued. Like, why do you cover up? What does that mean? And especially coming from the US, you kind of feel like, are women oppressed? Like, is that an oppression? And it's really not. So I feel like here, living here, it's super safe. Super, super safe. There's no crime. I can leave my Birkin in a mall restaurant
Wow.
and walk back 2 weeks later and it will be there. Like it's
Come
that
on.
safe. I promise you, because I think the punishment is so extreme in a way that people don't take the risk. Like they're not gonna risk their life over a $10,000 bag. You know what I mean? So you
Wow.
have things like that. Dubai is very different. It's very extravagant. But I think what we're trying to show on the show is like how the expat life, like we live normal lives like everybody else. We still have to take our kids to soccer. We still have to take our kids to school. We still have to, have sex with our husbands. We still have to do all of those things. So there's no big difference. But for me, it was mostly the religious side of it that took some getting accustomed to.
What made you guys head out to Dubai? Was he wasn't living there already, or he was?
Yeah, so my husband are when I met him, he was already here for like 6 years or so. So he's been here now for 18 years. I've been here for 10.
Got
So
it.
he was already living here. He already had his whole thing set up. So I was kind of coming into his world a bit because I left everything behind. I left my family, I left my friends, I left everything. I was just fresh out of uni. So for me, it was like a whole new world. And I
Wow.
walked into his really.
And is your husband from Dubai originally? Where is he originally from?
Oh, he's from England. So my husband's British.
Got it.
So he's from England and then he moved here. He was actually headhunted. So he was headhunted by a company here from the UK and then he came to work here and then set up his own business. And we just love it. You know, all three of our boys were born here. And yeah, when you ask them, like, where are you from? They're like, Dubai. And I'm like,
Oh
no,
my.
you're Jamaican.
So it's true that like, are you not allowed to drink or party, or like you have to?
We drink, party, we do all of it. So here's the thing, people, there's a huge misconception about like the Middle East,
Right.
and Dubai is kind of like its own world, right? So Dubai is in the UAE, the United Arab Emirates. And so Dubai is like one state, right? So Dubai is very liberal. 80% of the people that live here are expats, like they're not from here. And so this is the party town. This is where you drink. This is where you make money. This is where it's a tax haven. And so you find a lot of expats, especially European expats, like they live here to make money to dodge tax and everything else. But yeah, but it's totally different. We dress how we want, we live how we want. It's like its own bubble in the Middle East.
Wow. I'm like dying. I'm coming. I need to see this.
Um,
And it's hot there, right? Is it hot there all the time?
It's hot in the summer. So the best times to travel is usually between like October to April. Anything else, the city is dead. Everybody travels. We're not here. It's like ghost town during the summers. And that's
Ooh,
usually how a lot of tourists get caught up too, because the prices are so cheap to come in the summer because it's hot and no one's here.
right.
But yeah, if you want to have a good time, come anytime between October and April. Like spring break is perfect.
You know what? It's kind of like Florida, like South Florida. Everyone leaves all summer long because it's just too hot and they go everywhere else, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's exactly like that,
Oh my
but
God.
hotter, like 10 times hotter.
All right. Well, it's on the bucket list. It's definitely something I'm doing within this year. I want to get, not this coming year, but the 2025, I'm coming to Dubai. I feel like this year is almost over. Jesus, before you know it, it's Christmas.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
It went so fast. One ritual that deserves to be added to your fall priorities: daily hydration and energy from Liquid IV. Liquid IV Hydration Multiplier Plus Energy delivers 100 milligrams of natural caffeine plus 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, so you can accomplish all the things you want and need to do. And they combined their popular peach flavor with the highly requested blackberry flavor to awaken your senses and keep you coming back for more. Guys, I've raved about Liquid IV before, strictly because of the way it can hydrate your body so easily. But now that they've added energy into the mix, oh my gosh, I think this may be the essential among all essentials in my handbag. The Liquid IV Hydration Multiplier Plus Energy delivers enough energy comparable to 1 to 2 cups of coffee through naturally occurring caffeine. And guys, it's simple to use. You tear, you pour, you live more. 1 stick plus 14 ounces of water hydrates better than water alone. So what are you doing? Start a new fall ritual with Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use code Melissa at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code Melissa at liquidiv.com. Are you in pain after walking, running, or even just standing? It's not your feet, it's your shoes. This summer, switch to Gidify shoes with VersoShock technology, which aligns your body, provides superior shock absorption, and trampoline-like energy return. Gdefy offers soles and styles for any activity plus 2 free orthotics. Whether you're an athlete, a busy parent, or always on the go, Gdefy shoes deliver the comfort and versatility your feet crave. Say goodbye to comfort and hello to unparalleled support this summer. Guys, I own a couple pairs of the Gdefy shoes and they are so incredibly comfortable. Whether I'm running around with the kids or just handling things at home, these are the shoes that I can wear the entire day. Enjoy a special summer offer. Visit gdefy.com and get $20 off your order of $100 or more with code Melissa. Experience ultimate comfort with Gdefy shoes. Visit gdefy.com today. Okay, so let's just jump to your show for a minute because I have so many questions. The reunion would have just have aired, so everyone just saw the reunion. Talk to me first about when you joined the show. Were you skeptical? Did you know it was going to be the way it is? Like, tell me your thoughts on that.
So I was super skeptical because I did reality TV before. So I was on this show called College Hill back in the day on BET. It was like the thing. It was like the real world, but like the BET version instead of MTV.
Got
Right.
it.
So I was already on that show. I was only like 18 or 19 and I didn't have the best experience. So for me, it was like, I don't want to do that anymore. I never want to go back on reality TV. But then when the opportunity came, I had just launched, well, not just launched, but I was kind of going through a transitional period with my business. And for me, I always think in numbers, And so I was like, you know what? I think for me, this would be a really great platform and it would save me on all this Facebook advertising because the target market for the people that watch the show is who I'm advertising to all the time.
Right.
So I was like, I think this would be good from a business perspective. So when they came, it was actually Chanel Ayan who they called her first. She put me forward first. And the casting director just really loved me and loved my group of friends. And the next thing we know, we're on TV.
And it was that easy. It was that easy. Well, you guys are all so fabulous. I know we were saying this before, but the outfits, can we just talk about like the ensembles in Dubai? Like, I'm like, first of all, I always get confused because I'm like, they are ensembles. Do you know what I mean? Like they are fits to the max where it's not just like you girls don't throw on a pair of jeans and a sweater and say like, come on, we're going to go to like lunch. I'm like, this is like a very thought out.
I think collectively, I think it's a very Dubai thing because believe it or not, the Arab women, even though sometimes they're wearing the abayas, the clothes they wear underneath.
Yes.
I don't know if you've seen Sex in the City, kind of give you like, it's like next level. Everybody dresses to the nines. I mean, shopping, going to the mall is like an extracurricular activity here. So when you go to the mall, the women are dressed to the nines, faces done, nip, tuck, sucked, all of it, So I think it's when you live here, you kind of adapt to that. And yeah, I mean, I'm a girly girl too. I have 3 boys and the only thing that I get to do that's girly is dress up. So I love it. I love it so much.
You know what? It feels like it's like Beverly Hills on steroids. Like, right? Like, it's like you guys go even above and beyond like whatever they're going to do or like the money that's in Beverly Hills. I feel like you guys are like Beverly Hills on steroids.
Everyone says that, no, but we do. Across the board, we all love to dress up. Some dress better than others, but we love to dress up.
Yeah. And you guys, let me just say, you all look amazing all the time, like head to toe. I mean, some of you guys just walk around in ball gowns all day. I'm like, what is going on? They're just in these gowns everywhere they go. But I just think it makes for awesome TV, even like your interviews, right? Like you guys just hit it when you're sitting
the
there.
full body. I think I remember when they came, it was Glenda. Glenda, she was our post EP and she came with the idea to go head to toe with the confessionals. And we were like, yeah, because we have to show the shoes. Like, you're only gonna get this part. And they were like, that's how it works. We only get, and we were like, no, we want to show the shoes. You have to get the dress. And they were like, okay, it's different. Let's do it. And yeah, Glenda was like, okay, yeah, this is what we're doing. And she ran with it.
Well, good for her because they've been zooming out, honestly, on the rest of the shows now, too. Even our show, they used to only, they cut us off at the waist. All of a sudden, it was like, we're going to show a little bit of your dress, a little bit of the skirt. So maybe you guys rubbed off on them, which I love.
I do hope more of them, because I feel like we look like the odd ones out a bit. So it would be really nice if some other franchises would just do it.
Right. No, I agree. I feel like Vanderpump Rules does it. Like a couple, like the newer
Oh, they
shows have
do.
done it
Okay,
too.
okay.
All right. So maybe you started a trend, which I like. Um,
Yes.
how is it for your boys being on TV? Because how old are your boys?
So I have a 5, 9, no, 5, 8, 10. Sorry, 5, 8, 10 at the moment. They all just had birthdays. So I'm like, how old are my kids right now?
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, they're all born in June, and they're now 5, 8, 10. But when they did it, so we shot our last season a year ago. So it was so crazy just being on, not pause, but just waiting in the wings for so long for it to happen. So like now when I'm watching it, I'm like, my kids were so little, because when small kids, you see a year when you look at them. So I was like, my kids were so little when we shot this.
I say that all the time. When I watch Gino and Joey in the scene, it's always about a year before it actually airs. They look
Yeah.
like, especially boys, I don't know what it is, look like completely different humans. I'm like, oh my God, look at you. Like, so different
Yeah.
in a year.
Yeah, but they've taken it really well. For me, I have to pay my kids. So my bribe to them is like, any episode that you're in, you guys get paid. So
Oh
I pay
my
them,
God, get out of here.
I
I
do
love
I
it.
pay them each $1,000 per episode.
Wait, that's just you as a mom saying, like, here, you're working. I'm going to get, or that's like mandatory. How does that go?
No, that's just me as a mom because they're working. And
I
because
mean,
my
that's
kids, you can't
really nice. I don't want my kids to listen to this podcast.
Well, no, I can't. I can only bribe them with football cards and money, right? So
Got
for
it.
it to make sense, and my kids like to embarrass me too. So I'm kind of like, okay, if you guys behave, you guys are gonna get paid for this, okay?
That is
And
smart.
they'll try to behave, but they always throw me under the bus. Like any chance that they get, boys, you know what boys are like. They'll always act out. But the fact that they did it, I'm like, okay, fine. But yeah, I always tell them though, if you're not comfortable, if you don't want to do it that day, I won't force you. I'll bribe you, but I won't force you.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially
So
with boys. I feel like it's harder for some of the boys to like get in the groove and like want to be on camera and want to do it. I feel like
yeah,
my husband has definitely bribed my boys sometimes where they're just like not in the mood. And he's like, all right, we're going to go to ice cream after. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And they're like, all right, come on, like,
yeah,
or whatever. Yeah. They're
yeah,
not always like, it depends on the day. And then there's times where my little Joey like doesn't know what to do in front of the camera. He's the biggest ham. So it's
yeah,
just, you never know. You never know what you're going to get.
yeah. No, but they're so little now. So for them, it's like they don't even watch the show. They don't know what's going on. So for them, it's just like they have to trust me in telling them like how many episodes they were actually in. And they get paid at the end. They get paid when I get paid. And Bravo don't pay you up front. So well, they
No.
don't pay me up front. I don't know what your contract's like. But
That's so funny. Wait, does your 10-year-old get noticed now? Or like do people say like, oh, we see that you were on TV?
well, that happened in New York. So Dubai is very different. People don't, it's illegal to take pictures of people without their permission.
Oh wow.
It's illegal. We don't have paparazzi. We don't have any of that. And in Dubai too, I almost feel like everybody thinks that there's someone. So
Wow.
they almost don't want to be like, they recognize you. It's very strange.
Like no one's
But
calling you out at a restaurant like, oh, I love you. I love the show. No one's
no,
doing that.
no, they're not doing that. But whenever we travel to the US, so we were in New York and they were just walking. I wasn't even with them. They're with my husband and they recognized my kids and my husband and my kids. My husband was like, okay, this is odd. This is weird, but it's illegal to take a picture of me. Like, kind of vibe.
Right.
And no, it's not illegal in America. They can just do whatever they want. But no, my sons told the people at the Empire State Building, they had like a thing. They're like, oh, by the way, I should be on the Wall of Fame because I'm on TV.
I love that. That is so cute. No, because yeah, you guys don't really experience that there or like people on the streets and like, oh my God, here it's great. Like we can't go anywhere to a restaurant, to anything. We have
No,
people sitting at
that
our
was
tables all day and talking and all of that.
yeah, yeah. I know I experienced that. We just shot a reunion, so when I was there in New York, I got a lot of. I even had husbands like, "Oh, my wife loves you," and yeah, no, I loved it. I enjoyed every minute of it because I don't get it in Dubai. So for
Of
me, it was somewhat of a
course.
novelty. Yeah,
Yeah, it's good to get a little feedback sometimes too and like hear from the fans and what they feel and like, oh, when she said this to you, that was wrong. And I like to hear the feedback from the fans, you know?
yeah.
Small, easy changes in your skincare routine can have amazing results. And your secret weapon should be Dime Beauty. We all know that the search for quality skincare is an exhausting one, but trust me, Dime Beauty is a place you need to check out. Dime Beauty is clean, high-end skincare that is affordable and it really works. Dime didn't sacrifice performance just to make it clean either. And when I say clean, Dime is 100% transparent about every single ingredient, so you can use their products daily with confidence. So I wanted to take the guesswork out of my routine. So I started with their Works collection. I don't have to remember the order of a 10-step routine. No one has time for that. I especially do not. The Work system is everything you need in one powerful package. It includes a gentle cleanser, a toner, 2 incredible serums, and 2 luxurious moisturizers. They have everything: serums, cleaners, creams, and even tinted glow sunscreen, which, by the way, is my absolute favorite. Dime has over 2 million happy customers, and their product reviews are literally all 5 stars. Love your skin again. Go to dimebeautyco.com now and unlock 20% off when you use code Melissa20. That's dimebeautyco.com. Use code Melissa20 for 20% off. You are going to love this stuff.
Connection is a healthy and essential aspect of our daily lives. From a warm hug after a hard day to kind words just when we need them, these gentle moments give us an understanding of life's true meaning. But when the ability to connect is interrupted by the hustle of daily life and to-do lists pile up next to the worry of who needs school supplies, sometimes making decisions about our health and the well-being of our loved ones can take a back seat. When it comes to those we care for, vaccines are one of the greatest public health success stories, and along with other measures, are one way to help prevent certain diseases. At Merck, we envision communities where families, healthcare providers, local organizations, and advocates work together. Health equity happens when every person, regardless of age and ethnicity, in every community, has fair access to healthcare, including the vaccines they need. For more information, please visit whyvaccines.com.
Let's talk about the reunion then, because I need to know, so who are you on the outs with right now? Where do you stand with these girls? I am seeing something about the houses and Caroline. Fill me in on the
Yeah.
house thing. What's going on with that?
Okay, so the house situation. So in the last episode before the reunion, my husband and I were looking to buy a farm in the Cotswolds. Caroline Stanbury then suggested her parents' house, right?
Okay.
Beautiful house. However, it was not the size that we were looking for. No shade. It was just not a farm. It was just a house.
Right.
So she sent me all the details and blah, blah, blah. But then she went on Twitter and was like, oh, by the way, for the records, none of these ladies could afford my mother's house. So I was like, first of all, I know she's talking about me, and I can more than afford her parents' thing. It was like a 3 million pound house, right? That was the listed price. I don't know what they sold for eventually, but I was like, don't go on TV or don't go on Twitter and not tell the truth. So I said, you sent it to me asking me to basically buy it. It was not the size that I was looking for. And then you want to come and shade me. So my house is listed in Miami. I have a house in Miami that we just built from ground up. So we bought the land, we built the house, and it's listed at the moment for $7.5 million. So I said, one of my assets could buy 3 or 2 of your parents' house. So don't do that, right? So it was, for me, it started out as just like tit for tat, but then she wanted to like escalate and take it further and take it further. But I think low key, she has like a bee in her bonnet about me. I don't want to call her a Karen, but she doesn't want anybody else on the cast to have more than her. And I think it kills her that I'm a Black girl with money, straight up.
Oh, wow. I
Yeah.
mean, so did you guys, I'm sure this all came out at the reunion, or how are you guys right now? Did you guys get anywhere or?
No, we got nowhere. We got nowhere as far as like the whole house thing, because she just kept trying to like one up me. She's like, "Oh no, I saw your house and it's 500,000." I'm like, "Girl, that was the cost of the land. You have to actually buy the land and then build a house on the land. Like it's a process."
Right.
So she's like, "Oh, well, I was saying you couldn't buy a farm in the Cotswolds because it's this and that." And I'm like, "Girl, shut up. Like just say congratulations and move on." but she won't do that. She has like, I don't know, she needs therapy. She needs to go and sort out like all her money insecurities, because I'm the one that will tap back. Like my husband's always like, just ignore, who cares? Don't talk about money. But I feel like with her specifically, I always just have to like, no, that's not true. I'm going to check you. I'm not going to let you get away with this.
That's the Aries in you, baby doll. That's what I do all day long. I'm like, no, 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 no. We're going to keep talking because I'm spitting facts. And so I hate when people try to like, cast members on my show, they try to, and I'm like talking facts. And when they know I'm going to spit too many facts, they're like, next question. I'm like, no, 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 not next question.
We don't talk about money. It's so, oh my God, when she's the one that said it, like, how do you go on Twitter and say none of us, or she even added, and none of their husbands cool? Like, girl, your husband doesn't even work. Shut up.
Oh my
Like,
God, the drama. Who is like your bestie on the show? Do you have someone you can confide in and really trust?
my bestie was Ion. We came into this whole situation together.
That's what
And then
I
it wasn't
thought. Okay. So maybe you can explain everything to me then. Okay, go ahead.
so we were best friends. We came into the show together, and she chose the show over me. I feel like fame sometimes changes people, and in our situation, she allowed producers and she allowed some of the girls on the cast to get in her head. And I'm like, you've known me for over a decade. Like, how can people get? But I think she secretly was in competition with me, and I feel like I don't compete with my friends. And I think that's what played out. We're all trying to figure out what went wrong. No, girl, you started to be in secret competition with me. That's what happened.
Right.
So that ended up not going well. But I'm actually in a good place with everybody on my cast except her and Stanbury.
Got it. But everyone else you're good with.
Yeah, everybody else I'm okay with. Yeah.
Talk to me about Taylene. She's new on the show, right? This was her first year.
Yes.
How do you feel like she fit in with everyone? Where are you at with your relationship with her right now?
So I think she did well. I think for newbie, first timer, but I mean, she studied the show. Like she studied the Real Housewives. She studied Jersey. That's what I heard.
Is that why someone said, I think that's why I was saying Chanel said something about she's Melissa Gorga, or all right, now I need to hear this. How did she study Jersey?
So I think, okay, so don't quote me, but this is just speculations.
Okay.
But I heard that she studied the Real Housewives of Jersey. So it's like her and her husband. So her husband would be like, yeah, the guys on Jersey, they're like this and that. But my husband is like, wants no parts. He doesn't want to be a part of the show. He'll show up to support me. But for him, it's like, this is Lisa's thing. I'm just a supporting act.
Right.
Meanwhile, I feel like with them, they kind of want to be, I don't know who wants it more. Actually, she told me that he wanted it more. Yeah, she told me that he wanted it more. So I feel like with them, we make fun of them, we poke at them because they're very, very Joey and Melissa.
Oh my God, really? Oh my God, that's why. Okay, because I'm like, so he's a little bit more forefront, which I will defend my husband a little bit here. Joe is so forefront because the whole entire show included like his wife, his kids, his mother, his father, his sister, his nieces. Like the whole entire show was kind of centered around him, his family, right? So it was so hard for Joe not to be forefront.
Joe is a natural too, and Joe loves it. Like Joe loves it.
He loves people. That's what he loves. Like he makes me look bad sometimes because if we're out, I'm always very kind, I'm friendly, I'm always very appreciative to the fans, but he's like next level. He's like, let me take your number. Do you want to come over for Sunday sauce? Like, what, like, oh my!
Like my husband, in our natural state and element, I'm in the elevator with my big sunglasses on. Don't talk to me. My husband would know everybody what floor they're going, who they're talking to, like the whole shebang. And I'm like, why are you so friendly? And he's like, what do you mean? By the way, did you know that person on your floor, that they can actually help you with all the IT stuff that you have? You wouldn't have known that if I didn't talk to them in the elevator, So we're so different in that way. So I do get that.
Yeah, that is 1000% Joe as well. And I'm always like, my God, can you take it down a notch? Like you make me seem unfriendly, and I'm not unfriendly. I'm actually very nice, but you're inviting people to dinner, So I'm like, I can't compete with that. Okay. I can't compete with that. Oh my God. Have you watched OC? Like, do you watch any of the other shows?
So I do, but I've never seen OC. I've never even seen one episode of OC. So I have no idea. Whatever clips I get online, I feel like that's all I know.
I know.
I know Tamara's a mean girl. And what are they called? What is it?
Oh, the two T's in a pod. Okay, so you do not watch OC because there's so much drama with like Shannon and Tamra. I do. You know what? That's funny.
No, I find Tamara to be a mean girl just across the board. You know, like,
Does she talk about you on two T's? Because anyone who says this, she talks shit on two T's about them.
I renamed them to bees in a pod because they bitch about me so much. And it's so crazy because whenever I see them in person, I don't get that energy. But on their show, they're so one-sided. They're
Give
so
me an example. Like, tell me one thing they've said negative about you. Because I'm in shock. I feel like you're such a girl's girl just from talking
Thank
to
you.
now.
I feel like they're always citing anything that's Stanbury related. I feel like they automatically take her side, you know? And I'm like, but then again, it's not real journalism, right? So you can't expect them to be unbiased.
Right.
So I'm like,
I think
whatever.
they're friendly with her as well. They're like,
Super friendly. It's so obvious. But when I see them, it's always like good vibes. They're so nice to my face. Even Teddy, I went on their podcast. And then I hear them bitching. And my mom listens to everybody's podcast. So she fills me in because I'm not even on she fills me in about everything. And she's like, oh my God, they said this week. And they said she listens to your podcast. She listens to everything. My mom was like a Bravo-holic.
Wait a second. Your mother's like Donna Marco. Your mother's like my mom because she listens to everything. And she'll call me and she'll be like, Teddy said this or Tamara said that, or I listened to this podcast and did you see the clip of this? And I'm like, Mom, I don't even have to watch anything. She can like fill me in.
Same. So my mom is exactly the same. So my mom fills me in and my mom was like, go unfollow her right now. They don't have your back.
I love it.
Like, say less. And I go and I like unfollow.
That is hysterical. Have they shown your mom on the show?
Yes. My mom was all over this past season.
I don't know how I missed. You know what? I didn't see the full entire. I have to finish watching your season. I got like halfway through, and I need to like finish.
Yeah. I'm trying to get her to move to Dubai, but it's hard getting her to move from Miami. She has her whole life there. Miami is so fun.
Oh yeah, she's probably like, I'm good here in Miami.
She's kind of like, I'm good here, but her grandkids are getting so much bigger. So I'm like, you need to come. You need to grow up. In 5 years, they're not going to want their granny, you know. But right now, they do.
It's so true.
Let's see.
It's true. Is she single? Is she with your dad?
She's divorced. No, she's divorced. But my mom works at a top I was going to say the name. My mom works at a top hospital. She has her career. You know, she's really happy. She has her friends. She has her house. She's content. So it is a lot asking her to pick up and leave. But I mean, she can afford to retire. You know what I mean? Right. So it's like, you can't get back this time. So I'm hoping that she considers it. She's a lot closer to saying yes than before, but still up in the air.
Oh, you're like, come on, mama, I got you. Come over here. Let me take care of you for this and spend time with the kid. It is hard to have like, when there's distance between family, especially when you have the little ones, I always think that's rough and it's hard because they're missing a lot of things.
And we don't have, like, we rely on nannies and outside help. It would be just so nice to just have family to help us. You know, when you're an expat living so far away, that's the part of the puzzle that's like completely missing.
Right.
The family aspect of it.
Yeah. That's rough. Imagine an app designed to make you use it less. Seems counterproductive, no? Well, Apartments.com's instant alert feature works exactly that way. Instead of scanning rental listings a million times a day, simply set and forget your search to whatever you're looking for in a place and let Apartments.com do the rest. From pet-friendly apartments to balconies to in-unit ACs, Apartments.com's powerful search tools let you know when your perfect combination of features you're seeking is listed. So you don't have to power through rental descriptions one by one. With more rental listings than anywhere else, Apartments.com's instant alerts mean you can spend less time online looking for the perfect place and more time doing you. And Apartments.com has more than just apartments. They have all kinds of homes, from houses to townhouses to condos to apartments and everything in between. They've helped millions of renters find their perfect place to live, the ones that check off all their own personal boxes. So check it out. Apartments.com, the place to find a place. On Display with Melissa Gorga is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Most of you listening right now are probably multitasking. Yep, while you're listening to On Display, you're probably also driving, cleaning, exercising, or maybe even grocery shopping. But if you're not in some kind of moving vehicle, there's something else you can be doing right now. Getting an auto quote from Progressive Insurance. It's easy and you can save money by doing it right now, right from your phone. Drivers who save by switching to Progressive save nearly $700 on average, and auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Discounts for having multiple vehicles on your policy, being a homeowner, and so much more. So just like your favorite podcast, Progressive will be with you 24/7, 365 days a year, so you're protected no matter what. Multitask right now. Quote your car insurance at Progressive.com to join the over 29 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $698 by new customers surveyed who have saved with Progressive between June 2021 and May 2022. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations. Well, let's talk a little bit about your business. I love that you have a luxury maternity wear. You have a whole line, right? And didn't you just come out also with a product that will like shine your body? Because I saw some sick photo of you on Instagram. I was like, what is this? And give me some to shine my body with this.
Done.
It's Mina Rowe. Your luxury line is
Mina
Mina
Rowe.
Rowe.
Yes. So we started out as a luxury maternity wear. I couldn't find maternity wear that was like cute and sexy that made me feel good when I was pregnant. So I started the line. I have a background in fashion, and journalism. So I was like, okay, where am I going to go with my career? And so I chose to go fashion because I felt like there was like a hole in the market. I don't know how it was for you when you were pregnant, but I could not find anything that didn't look like my granny's couch or that felt frumpy. So I created a line that was really chic, really sexy, that competed with the very best of non-maternity fashion. And yeah, we've dressed everybody who's anybody while they were pregnant, from Beyonce to the Kardashians to everyone. And it's just been really, really good. So as I grow as a mom, the brand grows with me. So I then came out with postpartum wear. And the latest to all of it is our skincare line. So it's belly and body oils that help to prevent stretch marks.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. And has the show, I know they kind of highlighted on the show, right? On the Housewives of Dubai, you've gotten to like show a little bit of that this season.
Yeah, we did. We got to show, there was a whole drama around all the branding that I did for my event and stuff. So yeah, there's a lot of Mina Rowe on the show, rightfully so. But yeah, the girls had a problem with me branding the event. But, I'm dealing with a bunch of critics with no credentials. So it's.
Wait, I love that you say that. I've heard you say that before. And you have to talk to me about this. Critics without credentials. That is like genius, by the way. Talk to me of tell me what you mean by this. I think I know, but I think it's an amazing line.
Yeah. Everyone says that they have a business, right? But an idea is very different to having a business. Putting something on Instagram with the hopes that one day it turns into a business is completely different to actually starting a business, running a business, paying people's livelihood depending on you. It's a whole different ball game. So when I say critics with no credentials, I'm dealing with women who don't really have businesses, that don't know what it takes, the sleepless nights, the investments, the everything that it takes that I put into my business. So naturally they think it's okay to attack someone's business. I think when you've grown a business or you just have an actual business, you'll never attack another entrepreneur because you're going to be like, oh my God, I know what it's like. I know what it takes. I'm not going to go there. But for them, but they don't have that kind of, background. So for them, it's like, oh, I don't care. I'll just attack her business because it looks attackable, but I'm always there to check them.
I don't think your business looks attackable at all. I think it's pretty genius what you've done. And it's an amazing line. Such gorgeous pieces. And look at some of the people that you've dressed. That says it. And you know what I love? I always respect, because this is where I come from. Like, I wasn't handed anything. I worked hard for everything I have. Joe and I work really, really hard to live where we live and drive what we drive and open these businesses. And I feed multiple mouths and families, and so does Joe. And so, I'm very big on watching someone build something from the ground up. And I truly believe in supporting entrepreneur, especially women,
Yeah.
especially women. And I'm sure there in Dubai, this is even a bigger, issue and situation. To support a woman coming out with a strong business must be pretty incredible.
Thank you. I know. Honestly, I started my brand in my living room. I was pregnant with my first son, and I've grown it to where it is today. So for me, I take it so personal when people attack my business, because I'm like, you see the success, but you don't know the struggle that it took for me to get to where I am.
Oh,
So
for sure.
I'm always just like on 10. I literally go from like 0 to 100 when it comes to like my kids, my husband, and my business. So yeah, they tried to come for my business. They couldn't find anything wrong. So they were like, "Oh, I see her logo everywhere. Why is it branded like this is her place?" Because that's what a brand does when they rent out a space,
Right.
right? So yeah.
Yeah, you put your signs everywhere and you show them what you got.
I actually felt like our party planner didn't put enough signs. I was so shocked when they said that it was too much.
Did you notice like a boost with the business after it aired on the Housewives? Did you notice a little bit more attention? Did you feel like it did anything for you putting it out there?
I think it did. I think the first season, especially the fashion, I think the fashion did extremely well. But then it got attacked at the reunion. And we did actually see a huge decline in sales off the back of like her saying that I steal designs and blah, 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 from season one. And we had to then pump a lot of money back into marketing and doing a whole bunch of damage control because it was a lie. But that's the
Right.
thing I try to tell the ladies on my show. It doesn't matter if it's like the truth or a lie. People run with it. People run with it. And then you have to do damage control. So why do it? So I was really taken aback that, okay, really, my business is under attack again. They couldn't find anything wrong. So they had to come up with
Something.
something. Yeah.
Listen, that's usually how it goes. My marriage comes under attack constantly for the most ridiculous, like the girls on the show, not in real life, like the girls on the show try to come up with anything. And it always is just like throw shit against the wall. Let's see if it
Yeah.
sticks. Like it just, and so that tells me, without knowing fully what's going on over there. But when there's something super successful that people look at and they envy,
Yeah.
for lack of a better word, they come for you and they go for it. And you should like embrace that. Actually, I've learned, I used to get very insulted the
Yeah.
first couple seasons. I'm like, why are they coming for me? I'm clearly showing, the success of this and the marriages that, and like, it doesn't matter. That's what proves that it's successful. The fact that they are coming for it
That's a
proves
good
its
way.
success. That's what I've
That's,
learned on my show,
yeah, that's a good way to look at it. I feel like as time go on, hopefully my skin will get thicker, but for
It
now it's
will.
just,
I promise you it will. I promise. Like the first two seasons I was on Jersey, it would air and I literally, I mean, and we have such crazy drama here in Jersey, but I would literally want to hide under the bed. And I'm like, I would tell my husband, like, I can't go to the pickup line. I can't even be seen. This is so embarrassing. This is so crazy.
yeah, that was literally me after season one. I was like, oh my God, what if they watch the show and they think it's true? Oh my God, I can't drop my kids to school, but
I promise you will break free of that little by little and you will just be like, you know what? This is me, like it or leave it. People start, and it also gets easier when people start to learn you and who you
yeah,
are. And it's
yeah,
not all just about what the girls' mouths are saying, right? So when people get enough episodes and they're like, wait a second, this girl
yeah,
is nothing, she's proving everything opposite of what's being said about her. I think that's what I had to wait for more
yeah.
episodes, more seasons. And then people were like, oh my God, she is nothing that anyone tried to tell us that she was, So
That makes total sense. That makes sense. I'm waiting to get there.
yes, you'll get there. All
Yeah.
right. Well, guys, listen, she was made in Jamaica, packaged in Miami, and exported to Dubai. I
Right.
freaking love it. I knew it was going to be such a blast to catch up with you today. And I want all my listeners to check out Mina Rowe. It's MINAROE.com.
Yes. Correct. Thank you so much. No, I knew this was going to be fun. As soon as it came in, I said to my team, I was like, yes to that one, 100%. I cannot wait to catch. And now that I know that you're Aries like me, you're like literally my soul sister. I love it.
That's it. We're soul sisters for life. Thank you so much for taking the
Thank
time to come
you.
on display today. Have the best date night. Tell your hubby I said hi.
Will do. And say hi to Joe for us. You have to, Habibti, come to Dubai.
I'm coming. When are you coming to New York? Let me know so that maybe we'll do dinner or something when you're here.
Perfect. Will do.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Have the best night.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Ciao.
What if I told you that I just walked away from a wonderful and very high-profile fitness brand to pursue bigger dreams?
And I broke away from my own golden handcuffs to pursue a more artistic life.
What's up? I'm Kendall Toole.
And I'm Gailey Alex, and we are so excited to share our new podcast, Wholeheartedly with Kendall and Gailey.
The two of us have taken the uncharted path and felt we were at a great place, or at least at a pivot point in our lives, to share our biggest tragedies and triumphs.
So that everyone here with us can learn from our battles, victories, and our total F-ups. And that's from two people who have really been through it.
Good Lord, yes. We're both still navigating life, and we want you to come along on the journey so we can stay in the fight to overcome whatever BS is thrown our way.
It's not easy out here, but we'll be walking and talking with you through building careers, self-worth, relationships.
Oh, and get some good laughs, please.
Or tears. There's tears.
That's true. There's always tears. That's true.
All with our hearts on the line. So if this sounds additive to your journey, we are here for you. Join us every week on Wholeheartedly with Kendall and Gailey.
Wholeheartedly will be available July 17th. Listen and subscribe wherever you get your podcast.
Pluto TV is a place for movie fans like me.
And TV fans like me.
They've got something for everyone, and it's free.
I love free, and I love Jersey Shore.
For me, it's The Godfather.
SpongeBob SquarePants, I am Patrick. Patrick is me.
Oh, Forrest Gump, come on.
Criminal Minds, solving crime after bedtime.
Whatever you love to watch, Pluto TV makes it easy with thousands of free movies and shows.
Pluto TV, stream now, pay never.